What's up? Welcome to the Mandatory Live Post Fight Show. If you like the content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. You could also follow us on our social media channels. You'll see in the description below the ways that you can connect with us. And also, if you've already done that, thanks so much for rocking out with the show. We do appreciate you. And the more you hit that like and subscribe button, the more of these post fight shows that we can do, the more lives we can do during the week. And remember, we're on the audio side as well. So wherever you find your shows, podcasts, you can find us there as well. Give us a 5-star, leave a rate and review, because that obviously helps the channel grow. Now, this is an interactive show, so if you're in the chat, drop some comments because there's lots to get into. We're going to go through the entire card, but obviously we got to start off with, oh, by the way, Jesus already in the chat, good friend of the show. And yeah, we're going to get into everything, Brian, but we got to start off with this controversial main event. Was Lamont Roach robbed tonight? I think that's the question, because I kind of think he was. I think he won against Pitbull Cruz, and it turned out to be a majority draw. But with that being said, I'm also not mad at the majority draw, because I think a lot of people that are Pitbull Cruz fans probably thought that he won that fight. I don't know what fight they were watching. I thought Lamont Roach won. What are your thoughts? How did you have it scored? And was Lamont Roach robbed tonight, like how he was robbed against Tank?
Yeah, typically. Well, I think
7-5. I watched that fight 6 times, Brian.
No,
I think 6 times, and I had Roach beating Tank every time. Go ahead.
I think this is worse. This is worse. To me, this is more clear. The other one was controversial, but really, Lamont Roach should have gotten that decision. In the moment, you're like, I don't know what you do there, whatever. But honestly, that should have been better handled, and Lamont Roach was robbed out of a victory. But that was a closer fight. This was not. To me, Lamont Roach won 8 rounds of the 12. I think Pitbull Cruz won 4 of the first 5 rounds.
Yeah.
And Lamont Roach won every round after that. Like, I think he swept middle of the round on, was outboxing him, was not jabbing as much as he probably could have been. Kind of like in the Tank fight where it was weird. He was just kind of standing up to Tank and fell in love with his power a little bit, what was timing him on the way in. He was doing the same thing to Isaac Cruz tonight. And we keep talking about with Isaac Cruz in his big fights, he struggles against movement. He struggles against guys who he can't cut off the ring against. And he struggles against people who can just pick him off from a distance, because as he continues to move up in weight, he's going to have even more of a height and reach disadvantage, which manifested again tonight. So to me, Lamont Roach absolutely got robbed in this fight. That was egregious. And the fact that we got 115, 111 for Isaac Cruz is
crazy.
I would say unacceptable, but in this unserious ass sport that we talk about, I mean, I wasn't even too surprised, especially considering it was in San Antonio. But all you need to know when Isaac Cruz fights, look, when the crowd is quiet, you know that he's getting his ass outboxed, because this is exactly what happened against Rayo Valenzuela. This happened here. This even happened at times against Gio Cabrera. Lamont Roach won this fight.
Listen, at worst, I think it was 7-5 at worst, but I think he pieced him up, because I'm counting my sheet right now, and I gave Lamont Roach 6 rounds in a row near the end. The last 6 rounds I gave Lamont Roach.
I gave him the last 7.
So, okay, so there was our difference, right? But he won for me. I'm looking at this sheet right now. I gave him the last 6 rounds. I don't think Pitbull Cruz won that fight. Pitbull Cruz. And listen, we know if you're a fan of Pitbull Cruz, you're going to rock hard for him. But he's one-dimensional. He only knows how to fight one way. He does not know how to cut off the ring. And here's the thing about it. Sometimes you'll hear the announcer say one thing, but if you really, really look at the tape, you might see something a little bit different. I think Lamont Roach was being patient, picking his shots really well, landing. And I thought he had a really, really good performance in this one. I don't think he looked extremely uncomfortable in this fight. And that was very jarring to me, but like hearing this. And I love Mauro Ranallo. I mean, he's from BC. That's where I'm from. He gave a quick shout out to I think Mount Lehman and Abbotsford. That's in the boonies though. No one goes there. But anyways, it's way far from the city. It's like 2 hours away from Vancouver. I'm not even gonna lie, it's far. Nonetheless, I will just say that I didn't necessarily agree with everything that they were saying on the call, because I thought Lamont Roach had a great performance. He got robbed tonight. He was the clear winner. And at worst, it was 7-5. But I literally gave him 6 rounds in a row, Bryan. 6 rounds in a row. Like, Pitbull Cruz did not make any adjustments after. He did the same thing that he was doing before. He lost this fight. To say that it's a majority draw, this is what's disappointing about boxing. This is what turns off people from boxing. Lamont Roach got robbed tonight. And I think he got robbed against Tank too. But this one was more clear cut. Bryan, you're laughing right now. So what's going through your mind?
I feel bad for Lamont Roach because he has 2 draws on his record, both of which should be wins. If he appeals this, I don't even know what could come of that. You know what I mean? Like, and we'll get to comments in a second. Let us know what you think about the fight. Let us know how you scored it. But I think if you thought Pitbull Cruz won that fight, I think you're watching a different sport. I think you're watching like aggression for aggression. I think you're watching something completely different. And even so, he wasn't as aggressive as Lamont Roach down the stretch. Like, that's the thing about Lamont Roach. He wasn't doing the Shakur Stevenson, Richardson Hitchens thing of outboxing you from a distance, or Arislandi Lara, who we saw earlier on this card, just outboxing somebody from a distance and not getting in the mix. Like, no, he's standing in the middle, trading, and he's in his range because he's using his reach and height advantages as he moves up in weight. And like, I also commend him because he's 30 and we're seeing the best of him now. Like, it feels like he's peaking at the right time. And in fact, as somebody who wasn't sure he was going to beat Hector Luis Garcia 2 years ago, like, I'm really impressed with the run he's been on in these last 4 fights specifically. And I feel bad that he got robbed in this fight because you know how it is. Like, this is a career altering thing. There's going to be money in a rematch. I do think if it's a rematch, it should not be in San Antonio. It should not be probably in Cali.
Put it in DC. No,
Sure.
put it in DC. Put it in DC. Put it in Lamont Roach's backyard. Let's stop the nonsense here. Okay, he got called in 2 fights, 2 draws for Lamont Roach. He won both of those fights. Let's stop it. Go back and watch the Tank fight. Actually, go watch it. Tell me if you think Tank won convincingly. He didn't. Lamont Roach won 7 rounds to 5. In this fight, for me, he won the last 6 rounds.
I had him winning 8 total.
Yeah, you had him winning 8.
The only difference is you had it. So basically, you would have had it 3-2 after 5.
Yeah.
For Cruz, and I would have had it 3-2. Is my math off? Who cares? Doesn't matter. The point it's like you would have had it 3-2. I would have had it 3-3. I'm still getting over this cold. It's fogging up my brain, fucking my shit up. But because usually I'll be quick with that stuff. But yeah, like
if you want to do math, that's not my strong suit. That's Bryan's. He's the mastermind of everything that we do. Actually, I just show up. I'm telling you, I just show up. Even when we come up with topics, I'm like, so what are we talking about? I don't really bring anything to the show. I really don't. It's really all of Bryan. Like, sometimes I'll have ideas, but that's like when I'm on pre-workout. That's all. It's literally after pre-workout that I'll have an idea. But nonetheless,
not fully true.
Go ahead.
We might have end of the year stuff. Maybe that's our next big idea. And unfortunately, I think.
Oh, you know what we're gonna have? The top 5 biggest robberies of the year.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think legitimately, Lamont Roach would be on my short list for fighter of the year had he not gotten robbed in these 2 fights. Like, not that he would have been the fighter of the year. I have to think about that.
Top 5 probably.
Yes, that's the list because he would have beaten Tank and he should have. And he would have beaten Isaac Cruz and he definitely should have. Those are 2 monster wins that he's been cheated out of essentially by bad judging and judging favorable to the A side because he was in B side. In both scenarios, how often can you say, hey, a year-long B-side is a fighter of the year contender if they win both times? Like, that doesn't happen very often. Stiff competition, obviously, but like these are the conversations that he's now annexed from because he couldn't get this decision because the judges saw something completely different, it seems.
I want to know how the judges are scoring this. Like, I would love to know that because here's the thing about boxing. Like, we don't actually know how each judge scores a particular fight. Some judges love when a fighter likes to come forward and likes to throw a lot. Other judges like to go by stats, like how much is being thrown, how much is being landed, how their face, like all of these things are, it goes into scoring, how your face looks after the fight. Pitbull Cruz did not win this fight. It's not even a draw. Like at this point, it's somewhat disgusting to have him have 2 draws back to back. He clearly won this fight. And yeah, I think he would be up for fighter of the year in the top 5. He's been extremely impressive. And I think a lot of people didn't even have him winning against Tank. I think he surprised people in that fight. He surprised me. I thought Tank was going to win that fight.
Same.
But
Surprising me too.
but he is very skilled. And even when he had a little bit of like, let's be serious, the knockdown, right? We got to talk about the knockdown. That was a fair knockdown that happened in the fight. And I would say that he was able to rebound and really throughout the end of the fight, the last, 6-7 rounds, however you might have had it, dominated. He pieced up Pitbull Cruz. That's what we saw in San Antonio. So should there be a rematch? I think it's disrespectful to even have this stupid ass rematch. He won the fight.
I would take the bag though. To be fair, I
Yeah.
would take the bag. And
But wouldn't the bag for Tank and Lamont Roach be bigger?
Well, Lamont Roach is telling us that he's taking Tank's words at face value, and he doesn't seem to think Tank is going to fight again.
Yeah. Let's go to some comments. By the way, really quickly, Ryan Hong, who's like a really good friend on the show, we're gonna go to him first, and all he says is yo yo yo. But
who did you bet, Ryan? I forget. I lost track. Who did you bet? Jalen Davis.
Yeah. If you donate to the show, we go to your comment right away. Jalen Davis, good friend of the show as well, just donated $5. We appreciate you, Jalen. We know it's Christmas time, holiday time, and like we appreciate you joining the show, man. He said, "What's up, everybody? Let's go to Detroit Crispy." 7676. I like the name. It sounds interesting. Lamont won this fight more than the Tank one. Agreed.
We agree.
Like a 100%. This was a clear Lamont Roach victory. He got robbed in pure daylight. Like this was a robbery. This is bad. I don't even know what to say about it. I was sitting there stunned when I heard this was the scorecard for Pitbull Cruz. 115, 111 for Pitbull Cruz?
When I heard that one, I was like, okay, maybe it'll be a split decision, whatever. But once I heard 113, I was like, I knew we were getting a draw because Lamont Roach loses a point for getting knocked down in round 3, and then Pitbull Cruz loses a point for the point deduction in round 7 for low blows, if I'm not mistaken. So, which there were some of those, dude.
Yeah, there was a lot. Like
at the very least, like. With Gervonta Davis, actually, no, that was a majority draw too. It was 114 for 2 judges, and then one had it 115, 113 for Tank, which is not surprising. But again, if you count the knockdown, then Lamont Roach actually does win on points, just a split decision. More comments. Jesus, typical PBC bouts, draws.
Yes.
I mean, Barrios and Pacquiao. Barrios gonna fight Ryan Garcia.
Let's get to the comments, Lily. Let's not stay on that nonsense.
Yeah, let's not. I don't know
We're gonna watch it.
Ryan Garcia's getting a title shot. Well, we know. TJ Strickland, also friend of the show, feels like Lamont won. Jay says salute. Let us know what you think, Jay. Who won? Ephraim or Ephraim. I don't know how you're pronouncing this. So you can let us know. No, it could be Ephraim because Rosa isn't.
Oh, okay. Whoa! Stop showing off. No, stop showing off. Some of us are gringos, okay?
No, I could be ODing. It's fine. Ephraim Washington Rosa says it will sell if it's not on the West Coast. Cruz brings out the crowds. I agree, and I think this is going to still be the case even after this fight because Shantelle, what do you make of after the fight? Because typically, even with the hometown guy, or the person who should have the hometown advantage. Like if they lose, they'll get booed and then they'll think the other guy won. And be like, oh no, the other guy won. But they were cheering Isaac Cruz and booing Lamont Roach. And I'm like, I don't think we saw the same fight as this crowd.
You know why? Because I think the most delusional fans are Pitbull Cruz fans.
Oh shit.
They're the most I'm keeping it real. And they sometimes kill us on these shows. Listen, I rock with Pitbull Cruz. Okay. He fights my fight style in terms of what I like and what I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I'm not the biggest fan of him because sometimes it can be extremely one-dimensional and he doesn't know how to cut off the ring and he's flat-footed. And I don't like the way he moves around the ring. Like there's a few things, and defensively, like I thought Pitbull Cruz would have gotten better by now, but he hasn't. And I'm like, okay, where's the growth? Like I like to see the growth in terms of a fighter. And I was really impressed. Like, let's go back a few years when he fought Tank that first time. I was impressed with Pitbull Cruz, man. I thought he put on a great show, but there hasn't been any growth. And then when you talk about Pitbull Cruz fans, I love them because they show up. Pitbull Cruz, like, there's not a lot of people in boxing that can sell out arenas. Pitbull Cruz is one of those guys. He can sell out an arena. I love the way he comes out. His entrances are always dope. His fans are live. Like, if you're putting if you're putting the fight in Cali, Las Vegas, Arizona, anywhere in Texas, Pitbull Cruz is going to sell out. But Pitbull Cruz is not that great of a fighter. And every time he fights, he gets the Oscar De La Hoya type of crowds, you know, like, and I was a big Oscar fan, like Brian knows this. I still think he beat Trinidad. That's a different conversation though. Okay. So here's the thing though, like, he constantly gets the oohs and the ahs. And even when he's losing, it's like they think he's winning. Like, what fight are we watching here? And I don't know. They're delusional. They're the most delusional fans in boxing. I don't know who's worse. Like, do you know a fighter that fighters fans are more delusional than a Pitbull Cruz fans?
I mean, in this sport, there's some pretty stiff competition.
Who else's fans are delusional?
The thing is with Pitbull Cruz is like he's not as good as, or at least we don't think so. But I would say as far as accomplishments and as far as what we've seen so far, he's not as good as like Devin Haney. Devin Haney's fans could be a little, I don't know if delusional is the right word, but I think a lot of boxers just have annoying stand bases, period.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the top end guys, really.
But Devin wins. Like, that's the difference, right?
That's
like,
true.
Like, the thing about Devin is, like, people hate Devin, but he's actually like a nice kid, and like people want to see him lose, but he wins. Like, he proved me wrong last week. I didn't take him. Go ahead.
We have scorecards here. This is written out differently, so I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger. Shantelle posted this. Hold on. There we go. You're seeing right here. Wow. Over here on this far left one, Nathan Palmer. He gives Isaac Cruz rounds 9 and 12.
What was he watching? I want to know how much he got greased. That's what I want to know, because I would listen. If I was a judge, Brian, if I was a judge, sorry to say this, if I was a judge, somebody was like, "Hey, I give you $50K if you let him win a little extra." Okay, I'm putting myself under blast here. Go ahead. Sorry, Brian.
He gives him 9 and 12, and also scores round 7 10-9 with the point deduction. Oh, no. Okay, they have the deduction here. Okay, 10-8, yeah. 10-8, 10-8. But he gave Isaac Cruz each of the first 4 rounds. In the middle here, you have Corey Santos. Corey Santos gives Isaac Cruz the first 3 rounds, gives Lamont Roach 4 through 7, and then gives Cruz 8, 11, and 12. Also has a draw. And then on the far right over here, this is Chris Tellez. This is the card that is going to be coming into question a lot. The 115, 111 for Isaac Cruz. He only gives Lamont Roach rounds 4, 6, 7, and 8. He gave Isaac Cruz 9 through 12. 9 through 12, Isaac Cruz gets it for this judge, Chris Tellez, who gives Isaac Cruz 115 to 111. 9 through 12. And also 1, 2, 3, and 5, the 5th round. So only gave Lamont Roach 4 and 6 through 8. That is kind of crazy.
How much did he get paid, you think? Like, what would a judge take for that? Like $50K?
I don't know, but I mean, listen,
somebody got greased, yo. That's what I'm saying.
As somebody who's really worried about where the sport is going to be next year,
I think we should have judges speak after, like at the post-fight presser. Yeah. I want to know why you scored it. Why you scored it the way you did. Why you thought he won rounds 9 through 12. Because are you smoking crack?
Judges and referees. Like, referees should be referees also. I felt like the referee was pretty lenient early on and then finally started stepping in. Okay.
I thought the ref did a decent job, dude. Like,
Brooklyn Boy First says another draw, and also somebody called Lamont the Draw King, which is unfortunate. Detroit Crispy checks back in. Did y'all notice Lamont also hurt his hand as well as Tank? Is Cruz's head that hard?
That's funny because I remember we had Rolly on the show, and then when Rolly fought Isaac Cruz, And then he was like, "Yeah, he got a big ass head." Do you remember
He
that?
he did say that, although that was
Yeah.
before they fought, and then, well, I mean, we both expected that uh, not to go his way. Ryan Shepard, friend of the show, comments and also lets us know that Wale disagreed. Your boy
Yeah.
disagreed with the decision. Thought that Lamont Roach should have won that fight. Damian Lillard also had a similar tweet.
Yeah.
Who is a legitimate? I don't know to what extent Wale's a boxing fan or if he's just repping for the DMV. He
He's
could
probably
be.
a little bit both. I know he's a big wrestling guy.
He 1000%. That's true.
Yeah.
Wale
He's
mania
so
exists. Yep.
Yeah, so he's probably a combat sports guy. I'm
Maybe.
guessing, right?
Maybe. I don't.
I
I
thought
don't.
I thought he had a pretty good album this year too, just saying.